Alright, so I've picked up some of this company's wood rasps, which I've already done some test cutting and or whatever you would call it, rasping. And then I got this one here because I don't have specific tools for making circles. I do have a Dremel, this guy here, which can do that kind of stuff. But, you know, sometimes I don't have that readily available. Or, you know, even with that, perfect circles don't always happen. And if you don't want to drill through the center of a piece of wood in order to go around, and you need that to be full, you can overcut and stuff like that. But oops, I picked this guy up here so that way I can go around those types of edges. And so I think I have this on, yep, I got it on backwards. When you take this thing out of the package, unscrew this because this is behind the packaging itself, and you just undo this and then it comes off. Whenever I put it back on, I accidentally put it on backwards. So that goes there. There's two little latches. This here, pretty easy to use. You don't want to really tighten this down too much because this is made out of plastic. But let's say for this edge here, it's kind of like a cheese grater, I would say. I'm not really in the shot very well here. There we go. Zoom in a bit. And then you can just take down those edges and get it more rounded, or whatever you're actually trying to do. Or even with this edge on here, if you want to do this by hand and make it a bit more rounded. I mean, that's literally what I'm doing right now. Then all the shavings collect inside. And then this camera's a little out from where I need it, but there we go. So you can see here, this is nice and rounded, as where down here it's a sharper point. Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. Where was I at here? So it does a nice job, and I mean, you literally would just need a little bit of sanding on this to, you know, get all these, I don't know what they're called. I'm not a wood aficionado, but I do, you know, my own little projects and that kind of stuff. But that would actually save me from having to really use a Dremel or something else in order to get, say if I cut this in a rounded area, going around it with this would help even that all out. And this works really well. While it is plastic, I mean, you don't need a metal piece for this because you're not jamming down on this. You're just letting it do its own thing, nice and light. If you try and put a bunch of force on here, it's going to bite in really hard, and that's not what you want. So plastic is a pretty good idea for that, and this works really well. And then whenever this sort of needs replacing or whatever, you know, you just unscrew that and you drop on a new one and you're good to go. So I like this. This is my first rasp that I personally own. I've had a couple others that I've used before, and this one's doing the job really well. I think the other one that I tried before was a metal rasp, and with that I was getting some issues where it was biting in too hard because of the weight of it. This you can just let glide over top of it and get it perfect, and if you need extra force you can go ahead and push a little bit. Anyways, I like it. If you're in the market, I'd say pick it up. Thanks for watching. You got any questions, comments, quibbles, or queries, let me know.